Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you, wherever you happen to be right now. This is episode number 12 of the Results Matter podcast. I'm Mike Voories, and I help business leaders, entrepreneurs, and sales professionals become measurably more successful. Today, we're going to try to figure out why there's no one to deliver me my pizza, and what can be done about this immeasurably catastrophic tragedy. Let's explore. Before we jump in, just a quick reminder, my new book, Complain or Compete, Creating an Unfair Advantage in a Tough Labor Market, is now available. You can grab your copy on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and for bulk orders and personalized copies, head over to VooriesBusiness.com. We'll throw some links in the show notes. Without further delay, let's try to figure out why there's no one to deliver my pizza. Here we go. I love good food. I really enjoy cooking, grilling, barbecuing, all that fun stuff. If you follow me on social media, you know I post pictures of my culinary creations quite often. I like food. I also really enjoy dining out. When premium customer service is on display, I truly love the whole restaurant experience. If you want to learn and study customer experience, spend some time at a nice restaurant. You know, the ones with great reputations. They build their reputations and popularity from service and customer experience more than they do from the actual food they serve. It's good stuff. But sometimes I don't want to put the effort into cooking, and I don't even want to put the effort into going out to eat. Instead, when I'm in ultra lazy Mike mode, I go so far as wanting someone to bring me my meal right to my home. And obviously, the staple of home food delivery is pizza. I love me some good pizza. There's a good pizza joint here in Brighton, Michigan that gets it right when it comes to tasty pizza. They have those old world-style pepperonis that curl up and fill with grease. Yum-oh! They get the pizza right. But when it comes to the whole customer experience, well, let's just say they're leaving a lot of opportunity and money on the table. They don't have a smartphone app like a lot of the bigger chains, but they do order online ordering from their website. Unfortunately, their website is torture to use. Their technology and user interface is dated, to put it mildly. But because their pizza's so darn good, I spend the extra time it takes to order online. In all fairness, I could probably pick up the phone to place my order and it would be a whole lot faster, but I don't. When it comes time in the evening to order pizza, I just don't feel like talking to anybody. Maybe you can relate. After all, when I'm ordering pizza, I'm doing so because I'm already in ultra lazy Mike mode. So this past week, we went and picked up the newest edition of Team Voories. Winston has a new baby brother, a little bitty baby border collie named Jackson. He's the cutest and fuzziest little thing. Anyway, we went and picked up Jackson in the evening last week. Cool name, right? Jackson? His full and proper name, if you're wondering, or if you want to mail him something, is Jackson River Voories. He's got a middle name and everything. Jackson River Voories. Super cool. We love this little guy. So, as I'm sure you can understand, getting home late in the evening with a new puppy to love, and to care for puts me into ultra lazy Mike mode with regards to dinner. I went online and ordered pizza from this joint in town I was talking about. About 10 minutes after spending longer than I should have having to order online, I get a phone call from the pizza place. The man on the other end of the phone proceeds to tell me that I'm out of his delivery area. After I explain that we order from him all the time, he tells me that their delivery range has changed because they can't find drivers. He casually goes on to tell me that if I know anyone looking for a job, go ahead and pass them along. Now, I could tear this pizza joint's customer experience apart with a dozen different examples of what they're doing wrong and point out how much opportunity and money they're leaving on the table. And from what I've told you so far, just the little bit I've told you, I bet you could too. But for today, I'm going to focus on them making their inability to recruit and retain enough of the right people their customer's problem. The challenges and roadblocks that I encounter with the businesses that I'm involved in, those are my problem. This guy's being short-staffed is not my problem. Or at least it shouldn't have been made to be my problem. Your customers don't want to hear about your problems. They have their own to deal with. Your customers don't want to listen to you complain. Your customers don't want excuses. And friends, your customers certainly don't want to be negatively impacted by your inability to run your business efficiently and effectively. What's worse, this guy, like so many other businesses today, believe that they're actually the victim of the labor market. They believe that circumstances outside of their control are affecting their results. They're blaming these circumstances and deflecting responsibility. They're choosing to complain instead of doing whatever it takes to compete. It's costing them opportunity, it's costing them money, and it may ultimately cost them their business. They're likely trying to operate in the world that was instead of the world that is. So here's the lesson this week. First, your customers don't want to hear about your problems. They have their own. Second, stop making excuses for your inability to run an efficient and an effective business. In most cases, your shortcomings are not being caused entirely by external forces that are outside of your control. Take some ownership and do something about it. And finally, in this example, we're talking about the tough labor market, being short-staffed and letting it negatively impact your customer experience. But it really applies to all aspects of your business. Are you going to complain or compete? Your being short-staffed is your problem, not your customers. And pay attention to this last part. And yes, there actually is something you can do about it. Thank you so much for listening today to the Results Matter podcast. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, you can connect with us through VooriesBusiness.com. And if you're sick and tired of getting your butt kicked by the tough labor market, grab yourself a copy of my new book, Complain or Compete: Creating an Unfair Advantage in a Tough Labor Market. We'll throw some links to help you find what you're looking for in the show notes. The Results Matter podcast is a production of Voories Business Solutions. For more information on products, services, and solutions that we offer that are designed to give your business an unfair advantage, visit VooriesBusiness.com. Thank you so much for listening today to the Results Matter podcast.